Okay, so let's get right into it. Blackrose Destruction Staff. Now the second effect. Reduce the cost of Impulse by 10%. Impulse places lingering elemental damage on your targets, dealing 5000 flame, shock and ice damage over 9 seconds. Now you can quickly, in your head, calculate that this is more than 15,000 damage over 9 seconds. If we compare this with, for example, Fetcher Infection, which is our strongest single target, this one deals 20,000 over 10 seconds, so it comes pretty close. Yeah, not quite. I mean, this can sometimes deal 50% more, but whatever. Now it's pretty strong. Let's compare it just to other single target abilities that we have. For example, here, this one deals 8,000 magic damage over 8 seconds. Doesn't even come close to 15,000, 16,000 over 9 seconds. The same with the Mage's Guild. Here we have 10,000 damage over 14.4 seconds. It's a joke, to be honest. So, this is, just by quickly looking at it, an extremely strong single target ability now. And this is almost already the point of this video. Now, okay, let's look at it from the other perspective. How you usually use Impulse. Like, look at the spell. This is a pure spammable. This is like a single target spammable that doesn't do anything else but damage, but for multi-targets. And it absolutely destroys. It absolutely destroys groups of enemies. Now, the problem is people simply didn't use this skill for serious dungeons or raids or whatever. The reason is you have limited slots. You only have 10 slots for your skills. And there is something better to use. Because the trash will die anyway, and in boss fights you really want the maximum single target damage, right? So even Clench, even this terrible skill right here, which only deals 8,000 damage over 8 seconds, would still be better than this, because in a single target fight you have absolutely no reason to ever cast the spell. It costs more than your single target damage ability, and it deals less damage than your single target ability, in this case elemental weapon. So absolutely no reason to have this on your bar, basically. It's a wasted slot in half of the fight, or in the important part of the fights. Okay. But as I said, now this changes, because now this is one of the strongest single target abilities that you have. I mean, sure, it's not stronger than Blockade of Fire, and also not stronger than Fetcher Fires, and also not stronger than Winter's Revenge, but it comes close. It's like another skill in about the same power level, let's say it like this. Way stronger than everything else you have for single target damage over time. So this is what this stuff does. Now, it also does something for the AoE part of dungeons or whatever, the AoE fights. And what it does is, firstly, it allows you to use Impulse, which is the strongest spammable. So in itself, you already have a reason, you have 2 good reasons to use the skill now. It's the strongest group damage skill, and it's also now one of your strongest single target abilities. Obviously you have to change how to use it, because in a group, what you will do is you will spam this. You will spam this. And what happens is you lose the effect, at least the part where you deal damage over time. The reason is, if you spam a skill, the damage over time resets. And it doesn't even tick. If you spam this, you reset the effect, and it doesn't tick, and you don't get the effect. However, what you do get is 10% reduced cost, which is a lot. As you can see, the cost, it's quite ridiculous. It's 2,500 magicka for that skill. Good. That out of the way. Is it stronger than Maelstrom Staff? No, not in single target fights. You will lose about 3 to 4k damage, at least according to my tests. So about 8 to 10%, something like this, in single target fights. So, but still, now you can use this amazing skill to decimate groups of enemies, really. Maybe that might even be an advantage in certain trials, to just pressure down all the trash. I don't know if that's really a requirement, but you have that option now to kill stuff quicker. It might enable groups to finish trials quicker if a few people have this. And in single target fights, It's weaker than Maelstrom stuff, but it's stronger than anything else. So I think this is an excellent addition to the weapons we have, and I just want to show you, if you can't imagine, if you just think Impulse, you have to use it like this. There's no other way. I will show you how to use the skill now in single target fights, and it simply looks like this. There you have it. And it beautifully lines up with Wall of Elements if you look at it. This is, I have done 3 or 4 rotations now, and it was always in that range. So 500, 1500, and the fire ring itself 1300. So that's about 2700 to 2800 DPS. That comes close to Zahn. What? Why is Zahn so low? So yeah, normally Zahn deals about 2700. I mean, it looks like now I'm kind of trying to change the, but I'm trying to do the opposite. I don't want to change the numbers. So typically Zahn deals about 2800, and typically Impulse with the 3 dots and the skill itself deals around 2700 in my setup right now. Which means it is a fully fledged single target. Like, Zahn is not weak, and it comes close to my main DPS sources here. I mean, of course, Fetcher Infection 3900. It's hard to reach that, or even Blockade of Fire, but it's way beyond what you can do with Clench or Entropy. Yes, so that's my review. I'm very much looking forward to the stuff. Very looking forward to use Impulse once again to decimate trash, and now to even have a decent single target ability combined into it. So yeah, let me know what you think. See you next time.